Going to bring in Corey Lewandowski, former campaign manager for President Donald Trump. Corey, good morning to you and happy Father's Day. Appreciate you being here.
Good morning.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day.
Indeed.
Likewise.
Well, we know the president is up early this morning. He sent out a couple of tweets just minutes ago. We want to put on the screen and get you to respond to. He tweeted, "The Make America Great Again agenda is doing very well despite the distraction of, in capital letters, the witch hunt. Many new jobs, high business enthusiasm, massive regulation cuts, 36 new legislative bills signed, great new Supreme Court justice, and infrastructure, healthcare, and tax cuts in the works." He also tweeted just 1 minute ago about a new Rasmussen poll that we reported on this show, one of the most accurate in the 2016 election, just out with a Trump approval rating of 50%. That's higher than Obama's numbers, as the president says it. So, president's tweeting about his agenda, and I know you and others are frustrated about the lack of coverage of how much success he has had. But he mentioned the witch hunt, and there's been so much talk this week about this special counsel. Is Mueller conflicted? Should he be fired? Even recently, more talks about the Attorney General and certainly the Deputy Attorney General, Ron Rosenstein, whether he should recuse himself. Where are you on the best approach for this administration to take on this witch hunt that is trying to take down this president?
Well, let me first say this. I think if you look at what the president's been able to accomplish in the first 10% of his administration, it has been unbelievably successful. His campaign had made a number of promises, and he's fulfilling those promises. But now you have to ask yourself, what is Robert Mueller's job anymore? Because the public testimony that Jim Comey has given, Democrats have agreed to, is that there has been absolutely no collusion with the Russians in any way, shape, or form of this campaign and, candidly, of the election outcome, which means Donald Trump won fair and square. So what is Mueller supposed to be investigating? Everybody has now said there is no collusion, which is what he was designed to look at originally. So the question now becomes, what is he doing anymore? He's already moved on from the Russia investigation to something else. And what we've seen, unfortunately, is the individuals that he's bringing on board for this investigation are main contributors to Hillary Clinton's election campaign. They're partisan hacks. They're part of the deep state, and they have a different agenda, which is to destroy this president. The question is, why is this investigation continuing?
Yeah, absolutely. And they've moved on from collusion to obstruction, apparently.
No, and, I think there are a lot of questions out there as to where are the Republicans in standing behind their president? Where is the outrage? You see the Democrats that are all up in outrage together, but where are the Republicans? Judge Jeanine is outraged about this herself. Here she was last night.
You want to talk Russia? Let's talk about Russia. Let's talk about the sale of 20% of our uranium to Russia and Hillary Clinton signing off on the deal. The Clinton Foundation, that slush fund for Hillary, receiving $140 million. And Bill Clinton getting more than twice or triple his normal speech fee. You're empowered, damn it. Do something. Pass something. Cut this kumbaya crap. Put on your big boy pants and act like you're in power. Act like you give a damn. And more importantly, convince us that you're not in on the effort to take down the President of the United States.
Ooh, Corey, to her point, Republicans are the ones in power right now. Where are they?
Well, it's a great question. Where is the investigation into Hillary Clinton? Where is the investigation into the former Attorney General, Loretta Lynch? Where's the investigation when we saw that Jim Comey has said that Loretta Lynch told him to not speak about an investigation but call it a matter? Where's that investigation? Where are the Republicans to go back to the previous administration and asking those tough questions? I haven't seen any of that. They have not called Secretary Rice to come and testify about the unmasking. They have not called the former Attorney General in to come in and talk about telling a subordinate, specifically the FBI director, not to talk about something in public because it would help the Clinton campaign. Where is that? The question is, with Republicans in power, running both the House and the Senate, the power of subpoena, why haven't they gone back and look at the laws that have been broken in the previous administration and held people accountable?
Right, but
I don't understand it.
More than that, though, I think what a lot of the American people are wanting right now is for them to just get big things done. When you've had Republicans in power, the president, the House, and the Senate, can they be doing more in Congress to work with the president to get big things done, like tax cut, like getting this health care bill done, like getting health care?
Well,
all
they
these
have
things.
to.
Yeah.
They have to. And look, the Senate has to pass the repeal and replace of Obamacare. It is a promise that President Trump made in the campaign. It's fulfilled through the House right now. They also have to get a wall built on the southern border. Don't kid yourself. This has been a hallmark of the Trump campaign. We're going to fix the immigration system. We have to make sure that that's in place. We have to pass a massive infrastructure program bill, the $1 trillion that the president's proposed, that has to get done. We have to get tax cuts done. If these things don't get done by the end of this year, you're going to see a very difficult outcome in the 2020 election cycle,
So let's get to
2018
that.
election cycle. And what that means is Republicans will lose the House.
Yeah, Corey, let's get to that. How does this end with 2018 right around the corner and this big election coming up in Georgia 6th on Tuesday?
Look, I think what will happen, in my opinion, is if the Republicans don't deliver on the promises that this president made, they will be held accountable at the ballot box. And if that happens, you will see a repeat of what happened during Bill Clinton's first term, which is he had the House and the Senate in his first 2 years. He lost control of the House, looked back, and his agenda was over. Probably a good thing for the Republicans, but the converse of that is going to happen now. Donald Trump has laid out a clear vision to change Washington. If the Republicans can't get on that track, they can't support him, they'll be swept out of office, and the agenda will be gone.
Corey, the fear is that the witch hunt swallows this up. And get back to what we asked you about in the first place, because there's been speculation that you might be a part of fighting back against this witch hunt. Is there something that needs to change? Does President Trump need to fire somebody? Does someone need to recuse themselves to turn the corner on this so that the investigation doesn't engulf an agenda that a lot of people believe in?
Well, I think it's very important to know that the president has begun. I saw just the other day he hired another attorney to help with this matter internally. But what you have is you've got the full weight of the federal government and Mueller, who has all of the power of the Justice Department, with nobody to report to. He's brought in 13 attorneys already, all part of the deep state, who've been giving money to Hillary Clinton. They're hiring more people.
Are you saying Mueller should
What
go?
is the purpose of this investigation?
Are you saying Mueller should go?
My question is, what is he doing there anymore? I don't even know what the purpose of his job is anymore. Look, if he doesn't have a role, he has nothing to investigate as it relates to Russia. What is he doing? No one knows the answer. He went from investigation of Russia to now what is obstruction of justice. And if you heard Ken Starr yesterday, he said it's unequivocal. There has been no obstruction of justice whatsoever. So what is Bob Mueller's job anymore other than to waste taxpayers' money, to take people who supported Hillary Clinton and go after Donald Trump to destroy the agenda that the American people voted for? I don't understand what his job is, and he can't justify it either.
Well,
Eric
questions
Bolling said this investigation could cost upwards of $100 million. Getting to that money point, taxpayer money.
Unreal. Corey, good to have you with us this morning.
Thanks, Corey. Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, turning on to some other headlines we're following, starting with the Fox News alert, and more than 24 people are injured, some critically, after a deck collapses on a Montana lodge. The incident happening at Glacier Camp during a memorial service. About 50 people were there.